Hey guys, I'm here with my mom and we're gonna be making a beautiful vegetable quiche. She even brought this amazing Swiss chard from her garden. I almost don't want to cut it, it's so beautiful. First, let's rewind to earlier in the day when I made the pate brisee. It's the crust you're gonna use for a quiche or any kind of savory pastry. We're gonna use the juice of a lemon for this recipe, but before I juice it, I'm gonna zest it. Lemon zest is optional. You can add it to your pastry crust or you can save it for later and put it in anything for a nice aromatic kick. And we're gonna save it for later. All right, now we're gonna juice our lemon, so cut the lemon in half, and I use a wooden juicer. Just gonna strain my juice out now. This recipe, we're using 1 whole egg. Into a large bowl, I'm adding 1 1/3 cup of all-purpose flour, 9 tablespoons of cold or frozen butter. You can do this step in a food processor. I'll be grating the butter by hand. 1/4 cup of salt to this, and then start mixing it with my hands. You just toss the butter with flour so it doesn't clump up. Now we're gonna drizzle in our lemon juice egg mixture. Add in your lemon zest, and then we're gonna work that around as well. This is a lot more moisture than you'd add for a normal sweet pastry crust, but we want the pate brisee to be a bit stronger because normally a savory tart needs to hold up. We're just gonna work this dough with our fingers. You could use a knife too. I like to knead it in the bowl a bit. What you're doing is you're breaking up those clumps of butter, which are wonderful and flaky, but weak points in your dough. Place it on a sheet of plastic. Just cover it up. And you're gonna roll it and press it into a disc. You wanna get some of the rolling out of the way while it's at room temperature so that it needs to be worked less when it's chilled and cold. This is ready to go into the fridge to chill until firm. Once that happens, you're ready to roll out and make some delicious savory pastries. My mom also wants me to point out this amazing organic Italian flat leaf parsley from her garden.
Harvested a minute ago.
Harvested a minute ago. Our first step is gonna be to caramelize an onion. Gotta get that started first because
it's gonna blend better with the flavors of the cheese and the vegetables.
yeah, it takes a minute to caramelize things. And I actually pre-made a crust before you got here.
Wonderful.
Because I know you're busy and she wants time with those grandkids. I'm gonna add that into a buttered pan, well buttered. So while we mind our onions, what's our first step?
Prepare the vegetables.
Okay,
slice
so
them.
tell me about shallot.
Well, they have a delicate flavor between onion and garlic, so it's a little milder.
So we're just gonna do a rough chop?
Yes.
All right, I'll let you chop these beautiful, it's almost a shame to cut them. It's like you're sacrificing something.
I grow it every year, and it's just like one of my favorite vegetables to have.
Whenever I come visit her, she literally takes me on a tour to see all of her different Swiss chards, and they're very beautiful.
Prep all your vegetables. We're gonna have the parsley, which really is incredible in a quiche. And we're gonna add all that to a cheese mixture in a while. Also, we wanna have mushrooms with this recipe and marinated artichokes.
I love both of those things.
So do I. And I guess you love them because you grew up eating them.
It's true. So I'm gonna add some of the stuff to a bowl to make some space, and here are our onions, clearly not caramelized yet, but they're on their way and they're not burning. So I just wanna show you that it's a slow process. You need to use the butter, you need to keep moving them around and keep them on a lower heat. So now you're gonna take the thyme leaves off of the vein, right?
Yes.
And how much are you gonna use about?
I'm gonna use...
She never likes to use measurements.
No.
I'm trying to help you guys out.
I'm gonna use about 2 tablespoonfuls.
Just adding our shallots into our partially caramelized onions. All these beautiful, delicate flavors need some balance. So we're gonna add in maybe 1/4 cup of grated Parmesan. Freshly grated is always my favorite. Gorgeous. Okay, that's a little bit more than 1/4 cup.
It's fine.
But that's totally fine. Remember, I said it's variable. So let's change that to 1/3 cup. And now for my Gouda. How much should we use?
1/3 to 1/2 cup.
I'm hearing 1/2 cup.
Yeah.
So we're gonna add in about 1/4 teaspoon of kosher salt to our onions right now. All right, our onions have cooked down for a while, and now I'm gonna add them into a bowl just to let them hang out while we do the rest of our dish.
Wilt the vegetables.
Drop of butter. And then we're going to cook our chard and our zucchini and
mushrooms.
our mushrooms. Okay. So just thinly slice your mushrooms. Adding in our vegetables. Let this cook down and stir it so nothing burns. Pinch of salt, pinch of white pepper, and we're gonna cover it just so that it can wilt a bit. So for the custard, we have 6 eggs. I'm gonna add in half a cup of heavy cream. Delicious. Add in my Parmesan. Oh, I love this already. And my Gouda.
Yes.
Add the parsley in, the thyme. And just give it a whisk. Lightly flour the surface. And I'm gonna use my new rolling pin to roll it out. So I rolled this out. My mom says to prick it with a fork beforehand, and that's smart because you want the sides to be pricked too so they don't puff up with the steam.
Yeah.
2.
Put it in the center.
Like this?
Yeah, like this. And I'll fold, and then I set.
She is so smart. So the vegetables are all cooked. Just want to show you that they've really reduced. This pan was like brimming over at the beginning. But now a lot of the moisture is gone. We've concentrated the flavor and it's gonna be ready to add into our custard.
And they are not overly cooked, so there will be a nice consistency
Right.
for texture.
Okay, so 1 tablespoon of balsamic vinegar. Beautiful. Let's mix that up a little bit. About 3/4 of a cup or 6 marinated artichoke hearts. These add a lot of flavor in, and we're just gonna give them a rough chop so they're in manageable pieces. So in they go. Add in the onions. We're just cooling the vegetables down right now so we can put them in and not cook the egg and melt the cheese too much. Now we're adding in our vegetables. We're just gonna stir this to mix it. We wanna have everyone get a little bit of cheese, a little bit of onions, a little bit of vegetables. I chilled the crust while we were finishing off the vegetables. I just didn't want it to melt once it got into the oven. Chilling helps hold its shape. Now we're gonna add our mixture in and it'll bake all together in the oven at 375. I will be tenting this. Tenting just means that you're gonna literally build like a little border around this with tin foil, just because the crust has a lot of butter and it will burn quickly. So you wanna lessen the heat on the outside by protecting it with some tin foil. I do that for all of my pies. After it bakes for a while, feel free to take it off, put it back on, baby it if you want. If not, you can be rustic and the color doesn't matter, right?
Yes.
All right, into the oven. So my quiche baked for 375 for about 20 minutes and then for another 40 minutes at 350. It smells so good. Take a look at this golden color. Hope you get to make this soon. Thanks for watching and don't forget to subscribe.